Coordinate geometry. So it's a continuation from the previous work which we did on midpoint, as well as finding the gradient of a straight line. So I've picked out two examples from the past papers, which is ECZ papers. The first one is 2018 paper 1, question 15A, and it carried 2 marks. And the second one is GCE 2018 paper 1, question 3, and it also carried 2 marks. So it reads, the point 5,2 is a midpoint of a straight line joining A, which is x, 9, and B, 3, y. Find the value of x and the value of y. So we've been given the coordinates A and B, which I've written down here, coordinate A and B, and we've been given the midpoint, which I'm calling M, as 5,2. So we find the midpoint using the formula x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. So we have these two coordinates. We decide which ones you call ones, which ones you call your twos, you still get the same answer. So I have my ones here, x1, y1, x2, and y2. So I substitute in my formula. Where there is x1, I have x, plus where there is x2, I have 3 over 2, comma, where there is y1, I have 9, and where there is y2, I have y over 2. And we've also been given the midpoint itself, which is 5,2. So having gotten to that stage, if these two have to be equal, what you have here is x, y, and what you have on this side is equally x, y. So if these two have to be equal, it means what you have on x is the same thing you should have on x this side, and what you have on y, same thing that you should have on the y on the other side. So let's equate those. We're going to have x plus 3 over 2 being the same as what you have on x, which is 5, and 9 plus y over 2 being the same as what you have on the y, which is 2. From this stage, we make this one over 1 and this one over 1, but then if it be a fraction, then we can multiply. So what we have is x plus 3 times 1, which will still give us x plus 3, which is equal to 2 times 5 will give us 10. So we're going to have x is equal to 10. Coming that side, we have 3. So what we're doing here is putting the like terms together. And we have x is equal to 10 minus 3, which is 7. So now we know the value of x is 7. Now let's find the value of y. We cross multiply here as well. You have 9 times y, 9 plus y times 1 should give us 9 plus y is equal to 2 times 2, which will give us 4. Again, like terms together, the 9 goes on the other side. Sign y remaining is equal to 4. It's positive here, it becomes negative on the other side. So now what you have is 4 minus 9, which will give us minus 5. So what you have is that y is equal to negative 5. You can put your answers in order. And you are done with the first one. Question 2 says a straight line passing through A 3,2 and B 5, y has a gradient negative 2. Find the value of y. So we find gradient with the formula M. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Again, the ones and the twos come from the coordinates given, which is the coordinate of A and the coordinate of B. So what we have for A, five, y. So we assign the ones. So the first bracket is giving us the first coordinate of x, first coordinate of y, and b is giving us the second coordinate of x as well as the second coordinate of y. What's left is for us to substitute our gradient denoted by the small letter m there. So the gradient has been given to us as -2. Where there is m, we have our -2. And our y2, from our coordinates, we have y. And our y1 is 2. Our x2 is 5. And our x1 is 3. So we're going to have -2 is equal to, there's nothing we can do with what's on top, then 5 minus 3 will give us 2. So we have -2/1. Again, we cross multiply. So what you have is y minus 2 times 1, which will still give us y minus 2. So -2 times 2 will give us -4. So we get the like terms together. So we take this one on the other side by adding 2, because what you want is to get rid of the 2 this side. So you're going to have y. When it comes this side, it's a positive, so you have -4 plus 2. So what we have there is y is equal to -4 plus 2 is simply -2. So you have found the value of y. So you may also try out the following two questions from 2017 paper 1 as well as 2019 GCE paper 1. In our next lesson, we'll be looking at equation of a straight line, but before that, I'll send the solution to those two questions just to make sure that you did the correct thing.